Hello, everybody, and welcome. Sherry Moyes here, your intuitive business mentor. I am excited to dive into the next piece of the cycle that we are exploring, which is Aquarius. And one of the questions that we get to ask as we look at daring to be different as our overall theme for this cycle is looking at how we're investing our time and energy, our most precious resources. And why do I say that comes under the area of dare to be different? Because there's a lot of shoulds that I believe happen in the entrepreneurial world where we get told that in order to be successful, you should do things in a certain way, and where we can push ourselves through to get to the next level in our business, when I believe you don't have to push. You can actually do things your way in your unique wiring and design and make a bigger impact than you would if you're pushing your way through. So I want to dive into this topic today, and I'd love to know in the comments if you're watching the replay or if you're here live, let me know. But how do you feel about this idea of, you can find and navigate that next level, doing it your way? And are you leaning into that? Do you need support with that? What does that look like for you? So let's dive into this topic a bit deeper. It's easy to recognize and quantify those financial investments we make in our business. We can have a spreadsheet that lays out all of the things we're investing in and all the resources that we use, but it's more challenging, and there's to navigate the intangible ones. But those are the ones that honestly have the biggest impact on our business. I was sharing yesterday in the lab with the lab members about all of, as we move into more Aquarian energy, with Pluto and Aquarius, the technology we are using today is going to totally change. The things that the tangible investments we make are going to be very different. But at the end of the day, the thing that we can manage, so we need to be flexible there. So at the end of the day, the thing that we get to manage, the thing that we get to navigate is our own energy, our own investment of time, our own investment of energy. And those precious resources are the ones that often end up getting drained. And this is a topic I'm super passionate about, having myself pushed my way through some entrepreneurial and corporate journeys and found myself, depleted, burnt out. I am passionate about ensuring that, doing your work in the world doesn't mean you have to lose yourself in the process, doesn't mean you have to get diseased, doesn't mean you have to burn out. But knowing and being aware of that is a real thing. Unfortunately, burnout in entrepreneurship is a real thing and all too common. As an entrepreneur, you are the most valuable resource in your business. And I think that's the easiest thing to forget. And we know the buck stops with you, even if you have a team, but you're the most valuable resource. And in order to avoid that slow, gradual, day-to-day drain and end up in burnout, managing those precious resources, your time and your energy, is going to be the biggest impact on whether or not you end up burning out or thriving. So noticing the signs and taking action before you get to the place of I can't anymore is critical to ensure that you're doing your work in the world. Knowing how much of your time you want to invest in your business is really important, and as well as managing your energy. And so taking a pause, knowing as you go to move to the next level, the next iteration of your business, what does it look like for you? I don't believe you need to work 60 hours a week in order to, create a successful business. That's not true. Each one of us is wired, designed uniquely, but making that decision of how much time you want to invest in your business, what other priorities you have in your life, and then building the pieces of your business around that instead of, you know, I be working from, I have to sit at my desk at 8 a.m. and not leave till 5 p.m. And I've got to be working all day. And I have to be, some of us need that very structured way of managing our time. Others of us need a lot more flexibility. As I always say, there's not one way, there's just your way. You can run a 6-7 figure business working 20 hours a week. You can run a 6-7 figure business working 40 hours a week. It all depends on how you're best suited to manage your own time and energy. That's the thing that's going to make the difference. If you're working 40 hours a week and you're feeling you're still uplifted, you still have energy, and the things you're doing with your day feel good, then that's right for you. If you're working 40 hours a week and you're exhausted and you don't feel like you're making progress and you are frustrated, then there's a shift that needs to happen. So, we often think we have to give it all to make our impact in the world, to meet our visions and dreams and desires. In reality, constantly giving is just going to empty your tank and leave you depleted, excuse me, and unable to share your gifts with the world the way you're desired to and are meant to. I was on my soapbox yesterday with my lab members about energy management. And because I think it is the key to everything. It is how we navigate chaotic times, and there's more chaos that is coming. The astrology points to that. We're already seeing it. And I think I may do a little live on this, what's coming energy, so you can dive into more of what I mean here. But I'm going to be beating this drum for a while around managing your own energy, and however you do that, making sure that all that constant, we have the opportunity to be constantly bombarded by information from the outside world. And sometimes and oftentimes it's just bombarding our nervous system. We may not even realize it. But over time, those slow drains will lead to burnout, lead to dis-ease. So energetic management, whatever that looks like for you, is so important. Taking those pauses, tuning in, paying attention, being aware of your own energy, and then figuring out a schedule, a format, a form for your business that works to support you in managing your energy. So the 2 questions I would ask is, 1, how much time do you want to invest in your business? And don't worry about if that doesn't match right now. You work your way there, but knowing that ideal. And then energetically, how do you what is the tools that you're going to use in order to ensure that you're taking care of you, that you are managing and maintaining your own energy? If you do, yesterday after the group, I put a lot of energy in for 2 hours. And so I make sure that there's nothing scheduled after, so I can refill my own cup. Going from one thing to another is draining. Again, what works best for you? Some people can do multiple one-to-one sessions in a day, or go from this group to that group, and they're inspired by it and they're uplifted. There's no one way. What works for you? But that managing your energy, making sure that you aren't allowing, that you're refilling when you do put energy out, and that you're also not allowing energy to come in and deplete you that isn't yours to be managing, is going to be really, really important. We've noticed that, a lot more people have experienced depression and more mental health issues over the last few years, as all of the stressors that have come in and so much information from the outside world. The more we're connected, the more we're bombarded. So from an astrological point of view, if you're not sure what the best design for you is, if you've tried some things and you still feel like it's not there, there's beautiful ways to work with your personal astrology to dial in when those rest periods would be, when you're going to have the energy and the bandwidth to make an invitation cycle, when you're going to be more productive than other times. Just knowing and understanding pieces of your personal chart are super valuable. And I'm going to be offering some opportunities over the next couple of months to do some deep dives with folks one-to-one and looking at your personal wiring and design and helping people to manage that productivity, launch cycles, and things like that. If that's something you might be interested in, raise your hand here and I'll reach out to you as I put those things together. But collectively, when you tap into the collective energies as well, they're built on cycles. They're built on seasons. And so some are higher energy, some are lower energy, some are more mental energy, more active energy. Right now, when we're in Aquarius energy, it's more mental energy. We're going to move into a water sign next, which is more emotional energy. And that can also help dictate your own pace and your own rhythm. When you're tuned in to the collective energies as well, you'll be meeting your clients where they're at. And also, meeting yourself, that's impacting you too. There's multiple layers. But I find when we tune in to those bigger picture energies and we align our messaging, we align our offerings with them, there's this ease and flow that occurs and helps us to be more present energetically. And it's super powerful. So if you're part of the Heart Powered Coaches and Healers Collective, stay tuned. I do those energy reports every week. If you want to dive deeper and have more guidance and support, then reach out to me about being a part of the membership that I offer. There we do deep dives each cycle. I work with you get the opportunity to have your personal chart looked at as well. But there's that, we're looking at those bigger picture themes and guidance and planning things out so that there is this ebb and flow. So we know where those pauses are welcomed and where there might be some more energy to take action. All right, so to recap, there's these intangible pieces of our business, resources that if we don't manage them, they will end up managing us. And so my goal is that you are out there doing your work in the world. So taking some time to get curious for yourself around how you're managing and investing your own time, these most precious resources that you have, time and energy in your business, and really getting clear with yourself, setting an agreement with yourself. Right now under Aquarius energy, it's the you, I, and the collective. And you taking care of you allows you to be connected to the collective in a way that is mutually beneficial. And that's what we're trying to create here. We don't want to lose the I as we step into community. But the way to do that, first path through, is to know how you're navigating your own time and energy, your most precious resources, what that looks like, and setting really clear boundaries for yourself around that. And if you don't know where those edges are, let's dive into your astrology and take a look at it. That'll give you some great guidance. But oftentimes we just need to get real with ourselves and say, this is what I'm capable of. This is when I work best. Just start to notice and pay attention. And the second piece is, putting those intangible resources out into the world, matching them up with the collective energies can give you a lot of beautiful guidance in terms of the ebb and flow that's just there naturally for us. Think of it like the seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. There's a different energy to each. We break that down as we go through the zodiac astrologically, and we have those energies that we can work with. Higher energy periods, lower energy periods, more mental energy periods, and it's so powerful when you tap into those. You can really connect with your soul clients on a deeper level, and things can flow with more ease. So happy Aquarius season. We just came off of a full moon. So I hope that you are just leaning into what's available to you energetically. Right now, the moon is in Virgo, which is a beautiful place to be looking at these detailed pieces of your business. So looking at your schedule, tap into that, see what's working and what's not, and maybe gain some inspiration around that. We'll be in this energy until Friday. And then we move into Libra, where we can polish things up. We can make that shift. So it's much more micro. I don't always go into the moon cycles, but we can really leverage that energy too. All right, my friends, any questions, comments, please let me know. Dewi, beautiful, perfect pep talk for her right now. Yes. And Dewi was there for my soapbox, my soapbox messaging yesterday. Thank you. But yeah, focus on you. That's where it all starts from. Sending you all so much love, gratitude for the work you do in the world. And remember, all it takes is a little bit of heart power. Sending you so much love, and I will see you next time.